Hello and welcome to another edition of the Rocky Sports Talk Sheet. Today we are gonna have we're gonna be talking about the women's NCAA college basketball classic that happened last night. Um, and then we're also going to be talking about breaking news in the UFC, as well as also um, former Jets quarterback speaking out on behalf of the Sam Darnold quarterback situation with the New York Jets, and also with the number 2 pick if they draft a quarterback, which it seems they are going to. Um, we're also going to be talking more about NBA and the men's college basketball championship game tonight at 9:20 Eastern Standard Time. Um, which I think is going to be probably another classic title game tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Will Gonzaga stay undefeated? Will Gonzaga pull off an undefeated season and join Indiana as the two last undefeated teams? And the first one since '76. They got a tough road though. They got one seed Baylor, who was also for the most part of the season number 2 in the country. So I think that it's going to be a good episode, a good show. Hope everybody tunes in. Uh, Let me fix this real quick. There we go. That's a little bit better. Um, so yeah. So let's get into it. I'm going to start out with the women's Stanford team. Now they took like a heading started beginning of the fourth quarter. They took like a 9-point lead. They started it off with a 6-0 run, and they got up to a 9-point lead on 3 seed Arizona. And just down the wire, Arizona chipped away, and chipped away. And then they made this a game. And then like that last minute, Stanford's Haley Jones, just the sophomore, took over and down the stretch just sealed the win and kept that 1-point win as they win 54-53 over 3 seed Arizona in a classic down the stretch. Also, Haley Jones of Stanford, the sophomore there, she also wins the most outstanding player of the tournament. And she really played highly well and very good basketball, especially down the stretch. And as she put in her, as she said after the win, that she just saw in her teammates' eyes that they needed her and she stepped up and she was there. So big kudos for her, especially be it there in crunch time. So yeah, Stanford wins the women's college basketball championship, and Stanford's Haley Jones wins the most outstanding player of the tournament award. So good job for Haley and the Stanford Cardinals there. Um, in more news, I want to get on the UFC breaking news. Dustin Poirier, who defeated Conor McGregor via a TKO second round win over Conor McGregor in the second round months ago. Well, Conor, via Twitter and also other sources, have confirmed that on July 10th at UFC 264, Conor versus Poirier 3. I can't wait for this fight. I really think that Conor is going to come out strong. The first fight, Conor won in the first round against him. Believe it was 2014. Pretty sure it was 2014. You can check me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was 2014 that Conor beat Poirier. And then he lost in the second to Poirier, the second fight. I think the third fight, my opinion, Conor's going to come out highly strong, highly motivated, and not going to let Poirier take the 2-1 lead on him in their big series. I think this is going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be a great fight. But I also think this fight ends in the second round, late in the second round. And I'm going to take a TKO stoppage there with Conor taking out Poirier. That is my pick. Again, my freaking cat trying to get up here. In other news, in the NFL, Josh McCown, former Jets quarterback, had this to say about the Jets with the number 2 pick if they draft a quarterback, and with Sam Darnold, their current quarterback for the New York Jets. And it goes as stated. Sam would embrace it and be helpful, but he'd also go out and work hard and try to make the most of the opportunity to play this year. And put it back on them and make them have to make a tough decision at the end of the year. That's a good statement from former Jets quarterback Josh McCown. But here's the issue. If they take a quarterback with the second pick, we all know what happens. He's your starting quarterback. He is your starting quarterback. Like, that's all there is said and done. You know, Sam Darnold's been there for a few years now. And I just think that he's out. I'm pretty sure he's out. And by all accounts, across the board, it sounds like the Jets are prepared and ready to strike and grab the quarterback, in my opinion, of this draft class, which is Zach Wilson, quarterback out of BYU. Now, if that happens, Darnold's not getting his spot back. No doubt in my mind. It's over. You trade Darnold. He's not winning that spot. He is not winning that spot, in my personal opinion, and they won't even give him the spot or give him the chance to take the spot. I believe they're going to try to trade Sam Darnold probably on draft day because they don't want any controversy. Now, could they keep him as the backup? Yeah, because he's still under a rookie contract. If I was the Jets, I would do that, honestly. You went out and went hard in free agency. You got some good key pieces to your team. You added some good key pieces to your team. You shouldn't be the second worst team in the NFL next year, especially if you have a good quarterback like Zach Wilson. I mean, you went and addressed some issues with your football team. You're going to have some football players. You're going to have some dogs now on that Jets team. But also, you want to have a backup plan, and Sam Darnold isn't a bad backup quarterback, especially under a rookie amount. I would keep Sam Darnold. Then maybe next offseason, trade him. Do it then. I wouldn't do it now. I'd go the year with Sam Darnold. Why rush it? Do it next year. That's just my take on it. Y'all can let me know in the comment section. You all can let me know in this live chat right now. Do you think that the Jets should trade Sam Darnold, or should he stay, and be a second option more or less to Zach Wilson if they trade him, or whoever the pick is at number 2, and have a good contingency backup plan in case of injury or whatnot, or bad play? In my opinion, he's under a rookie contract. You can't ask for a better backup price, and he already knows your system. He's been on your team, so I would do that. Then, like I said, this offseason, trade him. That's just what I would do. Now, I know that Sam Darnold hasn't had the greatest career with the Jets so far in his very young career. But I just want to say, in his defense, that their teams have been trash. He's had nobody. That O-line was straight hot garbage. I mean, let's get real here, folks. Let's be real. I don't think Darnold got a fair shake. I think he could be in the middle of the pack quarterback in the league. I just think that he needs to go to another team anyways. To be honest, restart, retool. Also with the NBA news, the Lakers lose last night to in-state rival LA, inner city rival Los Angeles Clippers, 104-86. As the Lakers are still trying to hold on towards that top tier seeds in the Western Conference, while LeBron and AD are out. And I just the Lakers are not, they're going downwards in my opinion right now. Kyle Kuzma is stepping up and playing hard while they're out, but there's just too many pieces out right now for the Lakers. They fall 2 games or a game and a half back now of the Clippers in the Western Conference. And they're 12 games above 500 right now. And if they don't get their stars back in the next couple weeks, I don't know where that 12 games is going to be at in 2 weeks. I'm worried for the Lakers right now. We really need everybody back, and I hope that they can get healthy. I just don't know right now. The Bulls pull off a shocker. In my opinion, I did not think that they would beat the Nets last night, but they beat them 115-107. Zach LaVine played really good down the stretch. Zach LaVine, I think, was, he just, I'm shocked the Nets lost to the Bulls, to be honest. Then you have the Celtics. They beat the Hornets 116-86. The Celtics are back at 500 at 25-25, and they're a half game back from the Hornets in the East. So who knows? Maybe this is where, because I am shocked. That's one NBA team. There's one of a handful of teams this year that I'm shocked with. The Celtics, I don't know what the heck's happened to them. They look like up and down garbage this year. And I don't understand the Celtics. Because they got great talent. 25-25 through 50 games is unacceptable for this Celtics team, in my opinion. And man, just unacceptable. Seriously. The Grizzlies defeat the 76ers 116-100 as the Grizzlies try to stay alive with their 24-23 record in the West. John Morant hit a sick bank shot three from the corner. Yeah, it was nice. John Morant. Yeah, that thing was nice, man. The Hawks beat the Warriors last night, 117-111, 26-24. Capella puts in this weird shot towards the end of the game to seal the win for the Hawks there. The Pelicans beat the Rockets 122-115. And just feel so sad for the Rockets. They're 13-36. They're just, man, they've lost everything. I feel bad for the franchise. I just feel bad for the Rockets. I mean, the Rockets are no longer a top 10 team in the Western Conference anymore. I mean, they're going to go down deep and fast, just like this next team in their conference. They're going to go deep and fast because they lost their stars too, and they're rebuilding. The Rockets are now rebuilding. But the Magic lose to the Denver Nuggets 119-109. They are 17-33. Are the Magics, and the Nuggets are 31-18, coming in strong right now. So, like I said, the Western Conference is always tough, as we know, has been for a decade plus 2 decades. But the Lakers are in trouble, man. I just see teams that can catch them. Like the Nuggets can pull away from them. The Clippers can pull away from them. The Suns, the Jazz. I mean, there's teams right there that can. I just don't want to see the Lakers as a 6th, 7th, 8th seed whenever the playoffs come around because the superstars are out for too long. So, and not staying healthy. So LeBron needs to get fully healthy. AD needs to get fully healthy and stay healthy. And we need Andre Drummond back, and we need to get this ball rolling. As a Lakers fan, I am a Lakers fan. I'm nervous for him. I ain't gonna lie. I was nervous for him. I am very, very nervous. Now, with that news out of the way, do you think that the Lakers, where do you all think the Lakers are going to be seated? come tournament time. Let me know that, because that's a tough subject right now, but it's a real subject because I just don't know if they're going to be in that fourth, fifth, third seed. I don't think they're going to be in the 1 or 2 seed. I don't think it's going to happen now. I think they're going to be sliding a little bit too much. And I think that towards the end of the season, I just think that they're not going to be a 1 or 2 seed. So do you think they can try to get back up there and at least get the 3 seed? We also have some controversy here. Tampa Bay corner, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Carlton Davis tweets anti-Asian slur. Um, I'm not gonna say exactly. He did apologize. He is 24. He's young. He sent out a tweet and retweeted, and it's he's getting some heat right now for his comments. He did say with his inappropriate tweet, "I would never offend any group of people." Davis, this is Davis writing. Um, Accompanied by an image from an undisclosed slang dictionary entry. You reporters can look for another story to blow up. The term was directed towards a producer claiming he ran Miami. With that being said, I will retire that word from my vocabulary, given the hard times our Asian family are enduring, with a heart emoji. I use a term that from where I come from has always meant lame, but I did not realize it has a much darker negative connotation. I have learned a valuable lesson and want to apologize to anyone that was offended by seeing that word, because we need to focus on helping each other during these tough times. I can fully understand and believe that. Um, Everybody does have their own slang, and especially orientation. Different. Uh, Asians have their slangs. The Japanese, they have their slangs. The Chinese would probably have their slangs. In America, we have our slang words. Um, you got Canada, the UK. Everybody speaks differently. So not all the time are you going to know somewhere on the other end of the world that you're saying something that means something totally different than what an American vocabulary it is. And it's hard to keep track of that. If you want, go pick up an encyclopedia and stuff and see just how many words are in there, and maybe you would realize just how hard it is to know that you're even saying something that could offend a group of people. I truly believe that he didn't mean any malice towards a group of people. I do believe that he meant he was directing it at a specific person. And you know what? Kudos for him on catching it and apologizing and explaining. And I 100% buy what he says. I truly do. I mean, anybody can make a mistake like that. So yeah. Let me know what you guys wanna do. as like titles or subject titles or even topics. I can do more lists like where I did the top 25 NFL players of all time list. I did the top 10 trios in NBA history list. I can do lists like this. I can do UFC lists. I can do college basketball. I can do all kinds of things. I can do baseball. I really don't talk that much about baseball. I do love the St. Louis Cardinals, but I don't really catch baseball anymore. And I'm going to be honest, it's because I didn't really like how baseball handled the whole Houston Astros getting caught cheating and the Red Sox cheating. I feel really strongly against all these recent World Series cheating teams, and I really feel like they got off light. So I haven't really watched baseball since. I've kind of been, I guess you could say, boycotting baseball. Because if you cheat, you get caught cheating as a team, just like in the NCAA. When a coach gets caught cheating, their record gets taken away. If they go on like a Final Four, Elite Eight run, or a championship run, they get stripped of that stuff. I don't know how baseball teams can't get stripped. I find it absurd. If you're going to have a whole team cheating and not strip them of their championships, but then you can keep out, Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire, and all these steroid users and Pete Rose for gambling, I find your league extremely, highly, highly hypocritical. And I don't like picking and choosing what you can get away with than banishing others. I don't agree with it. My main thing is if you're going to continue to keep Pete Rose out of baseball's Hall of Fame, then the Red Sox and Astros should be stripped of their championships, of their title. Flat out. Flat out. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I won't even debate this. You can't pick and choose what you're going to do, especially not with something like that, not with cheating. Just my opinion. So I know baseball season's up and running. You're not really going to hear much news. You might hear it whenever the playoffs come around. But I really feel strongly against baseball right now. Sorry, baseball fans. But I also know that a lot of people would probably are with me on this and probably stand by what I just said. Because it's utterly ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. Now, I want to thank everybody again for tuning in and watching my videos here at the Rocky Sports Talk Sheet, and also tuning in for all the daily different sports topics. And like I said, if anybody wants to shout outs or anything like that, I don't mind giving shout outs to help your channel. And also, for maybe in return, y'all helping out my channel. I have no problem helping other channels or other social media outlets and stuff like that and other followings. I want this channel to continue to grow. I want this to become something big and special. And I want this to become really, truly fun. So I love you guys out there. I appreciate all the love. I just hope that, these videos are what you're looking for. And like I said, I'm going to continue to get better. I do rewatch my videos since I'm just starting out within almost a month now. So very much looking forward to continue to get better and do better and stuff like this. But I'm having fun and I am enjoying what I'm doing. I love what I do right now with this. I think it's very awesome. I could easily see in years from now me making this a career, and very much so highly improving through that time. So sports is very good and very strong right now, especially with tonight because I really think that I think we're gonna have a doozy of an NCAA men's championship title game matchup tonight between Baylor and undefeated Gonzaga. I think it is gonna be a classic, just like the women's championship game last night. I think it's gonna be straight up a classic. So yes, I'm looking forward to tonight. Now that game does tip off at 9:20 Eastern Standard Time. So on CBS, make sure y'all tune into that. Like I said, it's gonna be a great game. Gonna be a great game. I picked Gonzaga to win by 4 or 5 points, maybe 6, or even less. Somewhere within 6, I got Gonzaga. But I think it's going to be a really good game. I think it's going to go back and forth for the most part. I think there's going to be runs on both sides. And I just cannot wait to see this matchup. The Baylor, to me, matches up perfect with Gonzaga. And they have their own firepower, too, over there. Trust me. So, yes, make sure y'all tune in, man. If y'all love basketball, I think you're going to have a great basketball game later on. That is for sure. So, yes. Now, I want to say that in some other news headlines of the day, you do have Nagy of the Bears taking back offensive play callings for the Chicago Bears. I don't know if a lot of people are going to be fond of that. I know Chicago fans are still mad. Look, it was kind of funny, but I also know, man, that was a punch to the gut. On April Fools, they are mad because there was some April Fools things put out there, I think on ESPN, where there was the April Fools prank of Russell Wilson and the Bears doing a trade, and it got some Bears fans mad. Mad. Rub salt in the wound on that one. They're already ticked off. Ticked off about not getting them and then signing Andy Dalton. Like they are mad at their quarterback situation right now. Also, after Brady won his 7th Super Bowl, his rookie card just sold for a record $2.25 billion. I say that again. Tom Brady's rookie card sold for $2.25 million. Whoa. Boy, oh boy. Ouch. Jeez. That's brutal. Yep. So tell me in free agency, like you can also say like what other teams do like your NFL team, what do they need? Is there still big name players out there that y'all want your NFL team also right now to try to sign? There are some players still out there in free agency. So where do you all think? Do you think the Bears are going to get another quarterback? Y'all let me know on that. There's going to be some ups and downs, but let me know who y'all think your team should be targeting right now for who's left in the free agency market. And who do you want your team to take in the NFL draft at the end of this month? They only got some weeks left here, and then the draft for the team. So I just I'm ready for NFL to get back to what it was. I'm ready for the fans in the stands. I'm ready. I'm ready like everybody else. Let's punch COVID and end COVID, and let's get back to our normal lives where we can go out and do things, not be so cooped in. I feel sorry for everybody that's cooped in across the world. I know it sucks. Hopefully, stuff like videos like these and other videos out there. There's other amazing YouTube shows out there like mine. And I watched another sports show competitor. Basically, I mean, he's way ahead of me, way ahead of me. But I do love me some Pat McAfee show. I ain't gonna lie. I love what he's doing over there, and hopefully, I would be highly satisfied to be like him one day and be successful as he is right now. I would love for that. I would welcome that. Two Indiana people, you know, going out there doing big things in Indiana. Little small shout out there to Indiana there. But I love what he's doing with Pat McAfee show. So I mean, there's other great things out there. Everybody just try to find stuff that you're good at, stuff that you love doing to get your mind off of stuff. I know a lot of people are depressed and stressed out, unmotivated, and all that. Let's just try to get back to our normal lives. Let's try to get our bodies, our minds, mentally back on pace, and let's just take the world back, guys. Come on, one day at a time. Let's take this world back. Let's kick this COVID in the butt. Let's get our normal lives back. Let's get out there and start doing things again. I miss my my normally what we were able to do and stuff. And let's stop wearing these masks every day, all day long. Because all it does is make some of us sick. Like moi, me and my wife has been sick a lot just the past year, and most of the reasons I'm pretty sure is because we're wearing that mask all the time. For me, it's not. I'm not. I don't have the greatest breathing. Period. Because I'm a bigger guy, but man, I get sick so much. So I just hope everybody's doing okay out there. Everybody's staying safe, and I really hope that you all's families are going strong. Y'all, y'all ain't annoying each other too much, and enjoy yourselves. Thank you for tuning in again to another episode of the Rocky Sports Talk Sheet. And like I said, I want to welcome the sports fans, and I appreciate all the views. If you could please like, subscribe, please. I very much so really do need subscribers big time. Please spread the word of the channel. Like I said, there's a lot of content that I release, a lot of videos. So, you're not going to be a shortage of stuff to watch or hear or topics. I'm going to be coming with some more top 25 and top 10 lists. I think that's kind of what I want to do next year. I want to create some more lists because I do like doing those lists. It takes me a while. I study hard. I look at a lot of stats. It takes hours and hours and hours, but I do enjoy it too. So, yeah, I just think that it's it's just soothing to me. But again, just if you could just spread this channel, help me spread this channel, please, because I'm not the greatest. I'm not that big on social media, although I have created a Facebook and a Facebook channel and a Twitter, also under the same title. So all you got to do is type in Rocky Sports Talk Sheet on Facebook, and there I am there. And also on Twitter, just type in Rocky Sports Talk Sheet, and you'll see me right there on Twitter. So please go and check those out. subscribe there, follow. Anything helps me right now in the very beginning stages, but I want this to go years and years strong. And I can't wait to hopefully fulfill that and to bring y'all daily sporting news and maybe even be able to go longer, do longer episodes throughout the day or whatever. That's kind of my end game goal. So if y'all want to help me reach my goal, help a brother out. But I want to say thank you all for tuning in. Much love to everybody out there. And truly, truly, I hope everybody's doing okay and that your families are going strong because that's very important right now. I know it's been over a year and it is just getting. We're ready for it. We're ready for the world to get back already and to get back normal. That's all I'm saying. But until next time, peace out, everybody.